Hello everyone. Thank you for watching. This video was actually by request. I'm going to show you how I put together my crystal grids. So I always reset my crystal grids at the full moon. I'll use the ritual times that I put in the energy updates, and I'll start by just taking them all down, cleansing them with sage, either before or after I charge them. And I'll either charge them in the sunlight or the moonlight. So if I know that it's going to be a really cloudy day, I'll use the moonlight. Or if it's going to be a cloudy night, I'll use the sunlight. Over the years, I haven't really noticed a difference in the energy from using the sunlight to charge your crystals versus the moonlight. If you have, let me know in the comments below. But I actually have used both methods and they're fine for me. I can definitely tell when my crystals are not charged. Now, I charge them at the full moon, but then I also will charge the crystals that I'm working with daily. So I have an amethyst slab, and I'll show you that in a little bit, along with my other crystals that I use on a daily basis to charge the crystals that I'm working with to balance my chakras. Or if I'm using crystals with clients, I actually use another slab for that. But yeah, I'm gonna show you part of my crystal collection. I have a lot of crystals. Some of them are on permanent crystal grids, and then I have some that I'm giving away. But I'll show you my collection, and then I'll show you how I put together my crystal grids. So here are some of my crystal babies. So this is about maybe 85% of my collection. I do have some on some crystal grids, which I'm going to show you. That's the whole point of this video. But I wanted to show you what I have. So I have these all kind of sorted by color, chakra. This is the 3 lower chakras: root, sacral, and solar plexus. So I've got just a lot of things in here. I've got a lot of black tourmaline, fire agate. I've got citrine, red jasper. This is snakeskin agate. Sometimes I'll put this in here. This is actually should be in there. But I can use this one at the sacral chakra too, because it has that orange in there. And what else do I have in here? A lot of stuff. I've got some sunstone. I've got some tiger jasper. I've got I think this is called red agate. I love this stone though. I work with this a lot. And just a lot of different things. Oh, I forgot what this one is called. It's funny because when I work with a crystal, I'll know what it is. I'll know what its name is. It'll, my crystals call to me. And yeah, everybody's different with how they work with crystals. And then this is another one I like. This is a snakeskin agate. This is a powerful stone of transformation. I work with this one not too often. It's very powerful, but I do work with it. Yeah, I've got some tiger's eye. So this is heart chakra, higher heart. So I've got a yoni egg. I've got a couple of these. So this is a large one. And if I should do a video on yoni eggs, because that's a whole nother subject. But I've got 3 different sizes here. I've got the little one down here. And then I've got, again, this is heart chakra, so green and pink stones. And some of the stones that might not be as pink. So like this is kunzite. Kunzite can be pink, but I happen to have a couple that are like beige, opaque kind of color. Lots of rose quartz. What else? I've got some, this is emerald, natural emerald. And this is emerald as well, I believe. Chrysocolla. No, what is this? Yeah, this is chrysocolla. And what else? Forest jasper. I love this stone. And rhodochrosite, another one that I love. What else is in here? Let's see. Yeah, so these are all of my heart chakra stones. And then this is third eye, throat chakra, third eye chakra. So again, got a lot of stuff in here. Cat's eye, moonstone, one of my favorite. This is the only synthetic crystal that I own, and I forgot the name of it. I know it's an Aquarius birthstone. I find that very interesting. That's a little side story of mine. Anyway, turquoise, and I've got some lapis lazuli. I've got a lot of lapis lazuli. Here's another one. And amethyst, of course, lots of amethyst. Always have a lot of amethyst. It's one of my birthstones. And this is blue calcite. And I've got blue lace agate. Labradorite, got a couple of those. What else is in here? Some sodalite, and I've got, let me see, where's the one that I'm really looking for? My blue kyanite, because that's a very high vibrational crystal. Yeah, I've got a couple of these, I know. But this particular crystal, blue kyanite, I hope you can see that. This will align all of your chakras. So if you can get a couple of these, and if you don't have any other crystals and you're trying to really work with your chakras and clear energy, kyanite, it's very highly protective too. All right, and so here we've got root chakra, crown chakra, and beyond. So lots of clear and dark crystals in here, of course, lots of black tourmaline. I actually should put my black tourmaline in here. Now, mind you, I just charged my crystals, so I'll talk about that in a second. Let me just finish this, what I'm doing here. So I've got my black tourmaline here, and then I've got some selenite. I always have lots of selenite. I've got selenite wands. I'm just very drawn to selenite. I'll often give these away, but you can use these to clear your energy. Just kind of wave them over your head or over your tarot cards or anything like that. But I've got lots of selenite wands, and then smaller pieces of selenite. I just love it. And then I've got a selenite tumblestone. What else? Let's see. This is topaz, and I've got some smoky quartz in here. Some merlinite. This is another very high vibrational crystal, believe it or not. I mean, the way it looks, you wouldn't think it, but this is one that I only recommend to people that are really wanting to do some shadow work. This is the crystal that you would want to work with if you're really wanting to dive deep. And yeah, I've got a couple of these. And let's see. Herkimer diamond, another one of my favorites, a very high vibrational crystal, and this will amplify the energy of the stones that you use with it. Again, this is one that you want to ground yourself after you use. I don't know if I mentioned that with the kyanite too. Any of the higher vibrational crystals, right after you want to work with something very grounding. Like this is a black obsidian. This is one of my black obsidians. And then I've got a bunch of little small pieces of black tourmaline. And it's funny because if I feel like we're going to need these, like I'll put one of these in my son's pocket and zip it up so he can't get to it if we're going to be in like crowds or anything like that. Again, more selenite. Let's see. What else do I have in here? Of course, lots of clear quartz. And it's funny. So this bracelet, this black tourmaline bracelet, I actually wore this the whole time I was in the shelter with my son. And that's why I keep it, because I mean, it's broken, and it's funny, it broke maybe a week after I moved into my place, but I keep it just because it has some sentimental value. Let's see. And then here's another piece of black obsidian. Also up here, I have a pendulum. Let me bring that down. I used to work with pendulums. They don't really resonate with me that much, but I do have this one. From time to time, I'll work with it and, you know, play with it a little bit, but usually I just wear it as jewelry. But this is lapis lazuli, my pendulum. And then I've got one of my amethyst slabs. This is where I charge the crystals that I'm working with. So as I mentioned in my other videos, I do crystal meditations every morning. And when I finish, I'll cleanse my crystals and then I'll put them on here just to charge them up. And then I'll often take this amethyst slab and put it in this windowsill because it was so dirty. Sorry. It gets really good light. So I'll put it over here. And then this is one of my citrine slabs. I used to have a lot of larger stones, but I sold a lot of them when I moved back to California. And then I had to sell some too when I went on into hard times. But anyways, they're coming back to me, right? So this is one of my favorite citrine pieces. This is actually one of the first crystals I got years ago, probably, I don't know, maybe 14 years ago. I don't know. It's been a while. I've had this a long time. And then I've got some larger pieces here too. I've got my crystal ball. And I've had this for a while. I've had that crystal ball for years, and I work with it from time to time. It's been coming up in my meditation, so I feel like I need to get back to it. It takes a lot of practice scrying, at least it does for me. And then I've got another piece of selenite. This is selenite too. And then I've got this peach selenite that I also will sometimes use for scrying. But honestly, I use this on days when I'm really like resting and relaxing. It just helps with like healing and makes me feel peaceful. And if I'm doing like a lot of emotional releasing, this is a very supportive crystal for me. And then I'll have a big chunky piece of clear quartz here. And I use this sometimes for scrying or if I'm really needing to clear my energy. But I just like it in my space, my sacred space. And then of course I have my salt lamp, Herbert. I've had him for a long time. The little cord and everything is gone, but I still like his energy a lot. And then all of my tarot cards. But yeah, that is my crystal collection. And I'm continuing to add to this. I have not bought, well, no, I did buy crystals this year. I told myself I wasn't going to buy any this year because I have so many. And then I have my crystal grids too, but I can't help myself. So let me know if you're a crystal lover too. I definitely am. I mean, if I go into a crystal store, I could easily spend a couple $100s and I have to stop myself. So yeah, I hope that this is helpful for you. Let me know. So this is the crystal grid that I have in the living area. And this is for home protection. So I wanted to mention too that it's helpful not to use more than three crystal types in your grid, because otherwise you might get crystal chaos where there's just a bunch of different energies kind of mixing it up and there's no real clear intent. And remember that the universe works with clear intentions. So using three crystals that have a similar purpose, they don't have to have the same vibration necessarily. Some can be higher vibrational than others, like the selenite is more high vibrational than the fire agate, but they should all have the same intention or same purpose for use. And so all three of these crystals, selenite, black tourmaline, and fire agate, are good for home protection. So black tourmaline is great for just general protection and EMF defense, electromagnetic frequency defense. And then the selenite is just great for clearing lower vibrational energies. So, you know, things like stagnant energy or sadness. And the fire agate is great for not only clearing the energy, but sending negative energy back to its source and allowing whomever sent the energy to get the lesson. So everybody wins. That's why I like using fire agate in my protection grids, because it's really about everybody learning their lessons for their highest good. It's not about getting revenge or trying to send any harm anybody's way. But if you send some towards us, it will come back to you. So that's our home protection crystal grid. So this is the crystal grid that we have in our bedroom, and this is all amethyst. We know amethyst is great for sleep and psychic protection, which we definitely need at night. You're going to use your clear quartz that's also been cleansed and charged. And then you're going to set your intentions, and you can say this out loud. And then you're going to kind of move the quartz over the amethyst, kind of like you're cutting a pizza or pie. And then you would State your intentions, and what you're doing is energetically activating the grid. So this is going to help us sleep and help us stay safe from any type of negative entity attachments at night. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Like I mentioned, there's lots of ways you can set up your crystal grids. Do what resonates with you. I would encourage you to do some research. There's lots of good crystal books out there. Judy Hall, hibiscusmoon.com. Her website is great. And of course, my teacher, Ashley Levy, from Love and Light School of Energy Medicine. But there's lots of information out there. You can try healingcrystalsforyou.com, crystal vaults. But I will be doing more videos on this subject. And let me know if you like this kind of content, kind of like behind the scenes, what I do with in my spiritual practices and all of the things that I do with my clients and things like that. So let me know. Have a wonderful day. I'll speak to you again soon. Namaste.